Hey everyone, public nuisance number one, Terry here. So, welcome to another uh, uh, heartfelt episode that's more of a learning experience for my listeners. Um, Before we get started, I want to bring up the uh, uh, the classes that I'm going to be having where I'm teaching Mandarin. Um, None of you signed up yet, so we need to bring it. Okay, we need to get this. We need to get that part going. Okay, but so for today, we're going to talk about a thing called solidarity. And the reason I want to talk about solidarity is because I listen to a lot of TikTok videos and that other deal, Facebook and YouTube and all those and I gotta tell you, I think some of you are taking that word and you're stretching it and giving other aspects uh, uh, of our world that name, and so I just want to clear a few things up, and that's going to be our episode for today. Um, First off, we need to let's gather our thoughts on what solidarity is. Okay, solidarity is when you are in agreement with someone else about a certain subject. Might be about it could be about something political. It could be about something medical. It doesn't make any difference. But as long as you and this other person are on the same wavelength and you truly uh, 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 belong to that theory, then that's solidarity. That's true solidarity, and they stick together. They stick together, and when one starts to wander, the other one brings them back. So they're there for each other, and we talk about countries and they're um, in solidarity with other countries, and we talk about people who are doing the same thing. And this goes back. Oh my gosh, this goes back like a whole bunch of years, um, where this word became, a popular word. And we're going to talk about, like World War One. You know what? A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't know what caused or what started World War One, and it's an interesting concept. The face of that whole thing, the thing that came to the surface, was the invasion of this. Let's see, what was this guy? This guy. It was an assassination. I'm sorry, not an invasion. It was an assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Hungary, and I believe it was Austria. That's how that whole thing started. So he gets assassinated, so they start attacking other countries, and all hell breaks loose over there in Europe. But the important aspect of that is the countries that came together to join a force to fix what was wrong, get everything back to normal, if you will. And of course, nothing ever gets back to normal. But that's what started that, and that's what kind of started that word. That word solidarity became a real stronghold in our society, because it was exciting to have uh, a neighboring country helping you out, you know, and you so you stuck together, and so when that neighboring country run into trouble, you know, well there we are right there to help them. So that's how that whole thing works. But we here in the good old U.S. of A. We kind of take it just a little bit further than where it needs to go, you know. So when I talk about solidarity in our society, um, it's kind of like those Jeep owners, where they got those stupid little ducks in their windshield or wherever the hell they put them, you know, and they see another Jeep owner, hey, look at my ducks, you know, and they do that kind of shit, you know, and they understand each other payments or whatever. They understand that they're paying too much for these damn cars, but they're in solidarity. They don't know each other. They've never spoken to each other. But by God, there's another Jeep with those little rubber duckies in the window. That's how that's how this whole thing with the word solidarity gets out of hand. Okay, so we need to bring that back and get those damn ducks out of your windshield. For God, it looks stupid. Okay, and it's also like bikers. Bikers are the same way. Bikers are, you know, that, but they don't do the wave or anything like that. You know what they do, you know, because they got their hands on the handlebars, so they don't want to. All of a sudden they lose control. So what they do is they'll see another biker and they'll do this. They'll go, and that's it, and that's solidarity to them. Again, not speaking to one another, don't know that the guy, if the guy's a wife beater or not, don't know if the guy is you know what he is, if he's working or stealing, you know, they don't know. So so you need to kind of bring that one back, okay? Here's another. The VW, the bugs. That's another one. And they'll be driving down there, and they'll see another bug, and they'll go, eh, eh. It sounds like that a little bit. It goes, eh, eh. And that's kind of a cool little car. I kind of like those old cars, but that's again another example of taking that word solidarity too far. Okay. And here's another example. People in Arkansas who are missing a lot of teeth. The same thing. They'll be walking, because you know a lot of them can't afford vehicles down there, so they'll be walking down the road, and they'll see another guy walking down the road going the other direction, and they'll smile at each other, go like that, and they'll notice, hey, I'm missing a whole shitload of teeth too, and so they'll wave, you know, and again, do not know each other, they don't know, so that's a lesson in that word. You be careful how you use that word solidarity. To be in a solidarity type situation, you got to have both understanding each other, knowing each other, and being there for each other. That's solidarity right there. Once lost a car sale. I sold cars for a while, and by the way, that was fun. I enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. But I once sold cars. I lost the car sale. I take that back because the customer insisting on having, and I hate to say this, but they insisted on having a brother wait on him. Didn't want me. And you know, my feelings were hurt a little bit, you know, but I got over it. But and those two got along, you know, pretty good and everything. And they wanted to stick together, you know, the same skin color, so they stick together. not knowing each other again until after the car sale's over, and then I'll guarantee you they never spoke to each other ever again. But that's important to see. That one's just on the line. That's just on the line because you don't see me, or you never will see me going down the street. I see another white person going, "Hey," another white person, "Hey, how you doing?" I don't give a shit what color people are. So that's called racist solidarity. That's what that is. So um, I'm talking to all of you out there. I don't care what color you are. Share. That's how we survive. We share, and don't make me come at you on that one. It's you share. You share, okay? And to anybody, to everybody, and well, and there's another one. There's another one where when your kids, you're running this big company, and you're running it pretty good, and 21 years ago, you and the wife had a baby, a baby boy or girl. It doesn't make any difference, and now you want them in the business. So you bring them in, you let them sweep the floor for a couple weeks, and then you make them vice president. That's called nepotism solidarity. That's what that is. And by the way, for those of you out there that do that, you got to be better at that. I understand the nepotism part. It's your company. You can do whatever the hell you want, but pay attention to the people who's been working for you for a long time, busting their backs, doing the right thing to make you rich. By the way, and don't bring Junior up and and overstep his boundaries on that. But if you do, make Junior work out there with those people for a while, and then after a while they'll understand that, okay, well, Junior's, he's going to be the next vice president, and then of course the next president when his dad bellies up. So you have to think about that. So don't just do it. Come on, you're better than that. Don't just say, "Oh, hey, Junior, come on, no college, no that." Just come on, hey, come on, you could do this. And I understand most of you send your kids to college, who's doing that because you can afford to send your kids to college. But make them grunt a little bit for it. Come on, just do that. So that's what's called nepotism solidarity, and so with all that said, I am starting a new deal. This is going to spread like wildfire. I mean, everybody in the world's going to be doing this because it's when you see it, it's going to be so cool. So since we're doing the solidarity thing in our society, I'm going to start this one where people who squint at non-essential solidarity people. You know what I mean? Like when I talked up above. If you're riding in that Jeep with that guy with the and nothing wrong with the Jeep. The Jeep's pretty cool vehicle, but the guy that's driving it, with the ducks. So the new solidarity is this. So if you're riding in the car with this guy in the Jeep, and all of a sudden he's going, "Hey, there's another Jeep with rubber ducks in the windshield," and he does that, you do this. You go, okay, you start doing that, and they're going to stop doing that. So in solidarity now, all of us, okay. I'm going to count to three, and when I get to three, everybody squint, okay. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's all there is to it. It's simple. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to collect rubber ducks. You don't have to do that. You don't have to uh, uh, ride a motorcycle if you don't know how or can't, or too old like me now. I can't do that anymore. You don't have to do any of that. All you got to do is this. That's it. That's it. And wouldn't it be hilarious if you're walking down the street, busy street, a lot of people, and you see a whole bunch of people going like that. You know what's going on, and we know what's going on. So you're squinting, they're squinting, and you're going. That's kind of a cool deal. Okay, and we'll start a club. Like these other assholes. We'll start a club of our own. The squinters. We'll be the squinters. Okay. Well, I know that this is a lot of important information to take in all at one time. So we're going to cut it off here. But I want you all back on Thursday for another episode. Okay. All right. Thanks, folks. I'll see you later.